Hello everyone and welcome back to WRC 23. Yes, I am so excited to be finally jumping on to this game. Quickly, before we dive into it though, I just want to say a massive thank you to EA for providing me an early copy of the game. Of course, remember this is still a preview, it is not the final version of EA WRC, so just take a couple of things in mind, obviously, as we get into this. And of course, if you're watching this as well over on my main channel, there is going to be loads of rallying content going up over on my Matt212 Rally channel. Top link down in the description below. Please make sure you get yourself subscribed over there. We do daily rally videos and I'm just having so much fun doing some rallying. I've jumped into WRC 23. I've been doing a little bit of playing around, but I kind of wanted to get my first proper rally on video. So today we are going to be heading into Monte Carlo and we're going to be doing one of the longest stages on the game then. So we are going to be doing the La Bolline Vesubi Pierre Cava, an 18.5 kilometer stage, so roughly about 12 miles for those of you that use Church of England. But yeah, please do make sure you get yourself subscribed. We're going to do it in dry conditions as well, just to give myself a little bit of a chance, and you can see just the absolute variety of cars we've got available on the game. But we're going to jump in with the WRC 1 cars, of course, the all-new Rally 1 cars. And I think for our very first race, we're going to do it in the Toyota GR Yaris. They're 514 horsepower when these things have got the boost deployed. But yeah, this is kind of going to be like my first impressions. Like I said, I've done a couple of very quick videos just making sure I had everything set up properly. But yeah, I must admit, already just from that first tiny little taster, this is a very fun game. Of course, to a lot of us, we're kind of treating it as like the next rally game after Dirt Rally 2.0, although obviously it's got the WRC name. But yeah, let's get into it then. Monte Carlo, hoping obviously we'll get a little bit of snow on this stage as well. Of course, you know, it is 100% asphalt. It's a tarmac rally here in Monte. But of course, you know, if you're normally an F1 fan and you don't know what rallying is, prepare yourself, because it's absolutely mental there. Running the game at 4K with medium/high graphics. But yeah, I'm going to let you guys listen in as well.
3, 2, 1, go.
Drop on the handbrake then, and instantly, obviously, you get the hybrid. So I believe it is automatic use. So you don't really have to worry too much about, of course, you know, charging it and deploying it like you would on an F1 game. You do have to worry about not getting the power down off the first couple of turns, but yeah, I must admit, you know, like I said, obviously, for those of you that have been watching this on my rally channel, you'll know obviously I've been doing a lot of Dirt Rally 2.0 recently. Oh, that's not the wrong. That's not the right way, sorry. So yeah, I've been really excited, you know, been trying to get my practice in ready for this game, and, you know, must admit, the handling model feels absolutely fantastic. It does feel slightly more refined than Dirt Rally 2.0. Of course, that game, the cars really did slide around a lot, and it kind of felt like there was a lot of emptiness in the center of the steering. But on this game, it doesn't feel like that. It really does feel quite precise no matter where you are inside the steering rack, which I think is absolutely fantastic. And as well, of course, what you actually find as well with these cars is, especially when you're on the hybrid boost, they almost drive like a front-wheel drive. Just because obviously I think the regen goes to the front wheels. Easy does it. Easy does it. You can see there we go, on that regen again. So it is automatically set up for all these cars. But of course, yeah, I've done a couple of stages I think I practiced in Rally Kenya. And the graphics, you know, they do look absolutely stunning. I'll do some comparison videos between this game and Dirt Rally 2.0 as well in the near future. But of course, EA Codemasters, they know how to make a good-looking game. I think we've all come to expect that, obviously, from the F1 titles and various other games that they work on. But yeah, the corners come thick and fast. Of course, one of my big complaints, especially on rallies like Poland, I remember Poland was probably the worst example of it inside Dirt Rally 2.0, was actually, well, notice the wall there, the pace notes weren't particularly great. This game, they certainly feel a lot better. I feel like even now, obviously I'm talking as well at the time, so I haven't got as much brain power to... Oi, listen! Woo, that was scary. it feels now like they're a lot more refined, you know, just coming a little bit earlier and just a bit more sensibly timing as well. But of course, you know, other little things when you first jump into the game, wheel calibration, super simple to do. You know, you basically fire it up. Of course, I'm on a Fanatec, so you can try and tweak and tune some settings inside the wheel as well. Obviously, I'll make like a full video on my wheel settings for the game as well in the coming days, but yeah, really easy to set up. So, like I said, I'll make sure I drop that as well in the near future. For obviously all of those of you that do want to pick up this game on release. Obviously using the handbrake and the shifter, you don't really need to use the handbrake a lot, it feels like. Especially obviously in these Rally 1 cars, it feels like I said, where the steering feels a lot tighter than it did on Dirt Rally 2.0, actually feels like you don't really need to use the handbrake. The cars don't tend to understeer as much, and the braking on them, it doesn't feel like, you know, it felt like on Dirt Rally 2.0, if you even touch the brakes, you would basically lock up and just go straight on. Unless you spent a lot of time just modulating and listening to the brakes, this game feels a lot more usable. You know, you don't have to worry so much about snagging the fronts everywhere. Of course, yeah, so definitely feels like a more friendly driver experience, but I feel like in sim racing, often people mistake friendly with easy. That's not the case on this game. It feels more realistic. Of course, I'm not a rally driver. I'm probably never going to be a rally driver. If you made it this far into this video, you can probably work out why I'm never going to be a rally driver. That's another good example, but, you know, it does feel more how I would expect a rally car to drive as well. You know, it just, obviously, all that precision obviously you need. Kind of felt like you were lacking that in Dirt Rally 2.0. Felt like you were kind of having to drive around some of the game's little nuances and quirks as well, which was never ideal. But, of course, I am going to be doing a full career mode of this game as well. I'm going to wait for the full release, though, just because, obviously, you know, I don't want the first episode having, obviously, you might see around the screens, obviously, the preview build code, of course, to make sure I'm not leaking information early, or earlier than I'm allowed to. So, of course, I'm going to do, obviously, a career mode when the full game releases, so we don't have any of that on any of the footage. But yeah, I must admit, I jumped onto this game, and of course, you know, I've mentioned it in so many videos recently just how excited I am for for WRC 23. You know, I've been playing Dirt Rally 2.0, and I was kind of a little bit nervous, of course, that it would be a bit too like Dirt 4. But honestly, this game feels, the handling model, so important in a rally game. You know, more than anything else, I'd argue, especially with how good coders have been able to build some rally games in recent years. And, you know, all this talk about the epic game engine and things like that, I got a little bit nervous, but honestly, pretty much immediately jumping on this game, all those nerves have gone. This just feels so fun, so rewarding when you get it hooked up, when you get it right. You know, you can slide the cars around a little bit, but at the end of the day, these are sophisticated four-wheel drive World Rally cars. You know, they're designed not to be easy to drive necessarily, but it kind of felt like they were all a bit all over the shop on Dirt Rally 2.0, and you kind of get the sense that they drive as you would expect on this game as well, which is so joyous. You know, the fact that I can commentate and drive and do all this, that, and the other. I mean, I'm still obviously making a few mistakes here and there, but it feels, you know, Dirt Rally 2.0 was famous for probably being too difficult. But yeah, this feels like they finally got the balance right, which, you know, between Dirt Rally 2.0 and Dirt 4, they never quite hit that sweet spot. But, of course, I'm going to do some videos, obviously, in some of the classic cars as well, everything like that. So, yeah, definitely, obviously, want to make sure you're getting yourself subbed for a lot more content, because I already could tell, pretty much, from driving this game for a short period, I'm going to be sinking hours into it. On camera, off camera, just of an evening. You know, my dad and I will probably do some rallying as well against each other, but, you know, it just puts a smile on my face. That's the best way I can describe it at the moment. Even if I'm making some small mistakes here and there, it just makes me grin, because rally is back finally, ladies and gentlemen, and it's back in a big way. You know, the last few WRC games, of course, having the license, haven't been that great. You know, I've I don't think I even played the last one, just because I got bored of the lack of improvements from the yearly releases. But this thing, it can get yearly releases if the handling model stays somewhat similar to this. Of course, we all know just how good John Armstrong is as well with the handling models. You know, obviously real life rally driver, so he knows what he's talking about, and it does feel like he's, you know, had his way. First big mistake. Don't fall off the side of a mountain in Monte Carlo. Come on. Go, 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 go. There we go. Got away with that, just. But, boy, oh boy. Oh, if you've been waiting for a new rally game, you are in for a treat. I'll give you guys a little bit of audio just so you can listen into my co-driver and things like that, and I can concentrate as we get towards the top of the hill.
Keep in 15 turn, 2 right, opens 470. 2 left, long tightened, 60. Late 1 right, half long, don't cut, 100. 5 left short, 30, 6 right, to 6 left, to slight right, 5 left short, 80. Left of the crest, 30, 4 right, half long tightens, 30, 4 left, long, keep in, 50. 5 right short, to slight left, and late 2 right, don't cut, 60. 3 left, half long, and 3 right sharp, 30. 6 left.
The good thing is as well, we've got with this game is we know that what some of the extra content is going to be post-release. Obviously, we're waiting for the VR update as well. That is going to be, I think, a game changer for a lot of people. But yeah, it's just such an exciting time again. You know, I really have kind of waited with bated breath as to what this game is going to be like. You know, I wanted to get super hyped for it, but of course just wanted to weigh my expectations as well. But oh, I can't. I just am smiling constantly. It feels so fun. This genuinely feels like a huge step in the right direction for WRC. You know, everyone had kind of gone on for years about, you know, all these WRC titles that kept dropping, and still Dirt Rally 2.0 was better. Still Dirt Rally 2.0 felt like a more immersive experience. Finally, they've got it right. And, you know, people might say this or that about the F1 games in recent years, but on the rally side of things, Cody's, they've been making these games for, what, the better part of 25 years. They know what they're doing, and it is so much fun. But almost at the end then of this stage, yeah, I must admit, I'm quite happy with the way this has gone. This is genuinely my first ever run here at Monte Carlo. Shame we haven't already had any snow on the stage, but yeah, I'm so excited to be jumping in with a full-scale career mode. Obviously, when the game does fully release at the start of November, going to hopefully obviously get slightly early access for that as well. But in towards the final sector then of this stage, very, very high speed, but it feels like, you know what, the car's doing underneath you. It's not sliding around too much, which obviously you'd hope from a Group 1 rally car. There is almost, well, over 100 miles an hour. Whoa! Holy moly! That was almost game over, which would have not been fun. But come on, just a couple more corners to go. Big braking zone there. Ow! Nudge a tree branch. That's there just to help you get around the corner. Intrigued to see how beaten up this thing's going to look at the end, but getting towards the end then of this stage. It's only 5 speed, of course, in these cars, and yeah, top speed of almost 200 clicks, so about 125 miles an hour. That seems enough on these stages there. It's just trying to make sure I get it slowed down again. Don't want to have any more oopsies at the end of this stage, but to the end then of the Monte Carlo.
That's an 11-minute 40.1.
I will take that. I'm quite happy with that time, all things considered. Of course, we don't really have any leaderboards or anything like that so far on the game, but boy, oh boy. Let's have a look, see if there is anyone on the leaderboards. Actually, now I mention it before we round this one out. There we go, we're top of the world. I beat Gary. I did not expect Gary to be on the leaderboard here, but there we go. That is our first little dive into WRC 23. A massive thank you to all of you that have watched this video and enjoyed. Please, like I said, make sure if you're watching this on my main channel and you want to see more, check out my second channel. There'll be a link down in the description below because I'm going to sink hours into this game, and I mean hours. But yeah, once again, a massive thank you to EA for providing a copy of the game early as well. If there's anything you guys want to see, please do make sure and let me know down in the comments below, and we'll be back very, very soon with more WRC 23 content.